Almirola set to face defining moment of his NASCAR career at Stewart Haas. Aric Almirola will pilot the number 10 Stewart Haas Racing Ford during the 2018 NASCAR Cup Series season. Photo by LAT PHOTOGRAPHIC. At long last, it's sink or swim time for Aric Almirola in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. The 33-year-old will embark on his greatest opportunity yet next season when he begins his tenure at Stewart Haas Racing in the number 10 Ford. But I was surprised to read some of the vitriol directed at Stewart Haas from fans on Wednesday morning for signing the 10-year NASCAR veteran. After all, Almirola is well liked and hasn't done much of anything to warrant skepticism from fans over his readiness for a top-flight ride. But truthfully, he hasn't done much of anything at the Cup Series level in general, and that's seemingly what drew the ire of NASCAR fans. It seems that number 39, miffed that Almirola was selected for the seat when a champion like Matt Kenseth was just forced to the sidelines. Some of these frustrations have valid foundations. Even number 39, it's fair to point out that Almirola indeed has a long-standing relationship with sponsor Smithfield Foods, but they were not necessarily a package deal. Both Almirola and Tony Stewart stated on Wednesday that both SHR and Smithfield could have chosen a different driver. But they believe in Almirola. Stewart has personally known the Floridian for over a decade, apparently attending numerous dirt races together dating back to their joint stints at Joe Gibbs Racing. Smithfield believes that Richard Petty Motorsports limited Almirola's potential to compete for wins and playoff berths. They had a pre-existing marketing partnership with Almirola that produced results off the track, even if they couldn't achieve their goals on it. So despite 10 years of familiarity, I personally don't think we fully know what to expect from Almirola. The case could be made that he made the most of RPM's resources. An equal case could be made that Dale Earnhardt Incorporated was a sinking ship during his brief tenure driving the number 8 as Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s replacement. Phoenix Racing, too, is a known commodity, an everyman blue-collar racing outfit that had a ton of heart but not enough dollars to compete against the elite factory-supported teams. So I would argue that we don't know who Almirola the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series driver is yet. We do know that Almirola was a respected but not especially hyped JGR development driver during the 2000s who raced weekly at Super Tough Ace Speedway, North Carolina, in late models before winning in both the Truck and Xfinity Series. Stewart himself, a 3-time champion, spoke of wanting to work with Almirola as early as 2007. Everyone knows the story by now that Almirola practiced and qualified a Busch Series car for Denny Hamlin at the Milwaukee Mile, starting from the pole when Hamlin was delayed, and ultimately taken out of the car from the lead when the Cup youngster found his way to the track. Hamlin won, but it was credited to Almirola, the driver who took the green flag. It was a bitter pill for Almirola to swallow, and the always emotional Stewart immediately wanted to tap into that raw talent and justifiable emotion. It took 10 years, but Stewart, due in part to Smithfield, was able to get his man. Now it's time for Almirola to make good on that faith. If not, Kenseth will still be available, as will former Hendrick Motorsports top prospect Landon Cassill or even Stewart's fellow sprint car devotee Casey Kahn. But Stewart, Smithfield and Gene Haas believe they have an underappreciated gem in Almirola. He will be given every opportunity to win and compete for a championship. And sooner rather than later, we'll know exactly what Almirola brought to the table. We're not there yet. That story will be written next year. By then, Stewart Haas will have fully integrated the resources provided to them by Ford Performance. Almirola will inherit crew chief Billy Scott and team from Danica Patrick, essentially making the number 10 car a turnkey operation for its new driver. In short, there will be no more excuses for Almirola. Even number 39's time to win. By Matt Weaver. Racing, NASCAR Cup, Monster Energy NASCAR Cup, NASCAR.